Hey guys, what's up? So if you're watching this video, you're most likely preparing for a PA school interview. If that's you, you've come to the right place. I'm gonna tell you some important tips to make you feel more confident and prepared walking into your interview. But before I get into the common questions that will be asked and exactly what you should do to prepare, you have to know what the role of a PA is. So, what is a PA? This is important because you need to know what you are getting yourself into, and also this is a very common interview question. The role of a PA is currently a dependent one, working under the supervision of a licensed physician. However, PAs work autonomously in most practices. PAs take a medical history, perform a physical exam, compile a list of differential diagnoses, order labs and imaging, and come up with their own treatment plans. Okay, so now that you know what the role of a PA actually is, it is now time for step one. Step one is to research what type of interview your program is going to have. There isn't a standardized format that each program has to follow, so make sure to call your program, see what interview style they are having so you can prepare the best way possible. Find out if it's a solo interview, meaning one-on-one, or if it's a panel interview, 3 interviewers versus 1 of you, multiple applicant interview, which is a group interview, or the multiple mini interview, which I've heard is the hardest one. There are also many different types of interview questions. There's traditional, behavioral, ethical, situational, illegal. Go ahead and Google, find the most popular questions in each of those categories and practice. The second thing that you're gonna wanna do is tailor each of your responses to the specific program you are interviewing at. Go to each program's website, review their mission statements, their values, their About Us page, their student life page, research their whole website thoroughly. Figure out what qualities they value most in their students and tailor each of your responses based upon that. This way, you can become the applicant that the program wants to accept by demonstrating that you have the qualities they value most. Step 3, prepare your answers in advance. This one is probably the most tedious step because it requires you to critically think. Prior to the interview, you should come up with a list of key events that happened in your life so you can have them ready to go when asked in your interview. I'm about to highlight a few of the common questions that you will be asked in your PA interview. Let's begin. Tell me about yourself. So this question, don't start it with my name is Daniela, I went to this school, that school. Focus on the qualities that make you you. And remember, refer back to your research about what the program wants to see most in their student. Use stories and experiences that you've gained that led you to become an overall better PA and better PA student. Can you tell me about a time that you were successful? So for this one, focus on your academic experiences, your patient encounters, your volunteer work, anything like that would best fit this question. Tell me about a time that you had a hard failure or a stressful situation. So be honest, think about a time that you really struggled. So try to focus on what you actually learned from that experience, what you can do different next time, and how you can improve. Can you tell me about your biggest weaknesses? Okay, so don't pick that you're a perfectionist or that you're a recovering alcoholic or anything like that to that extreme, but focus on your weaknesses and what you're doing to currently improve them and kind of figure out how you can turn your weakness into a positive. Can you tell me your greatest strength? Think of several strengths relative to the PA profession. Keep your answers brief and to the point, and always back up your qualities with some examples. Tell me why you want to attend our program in particular. So for this question, you want to really find out what's unique about their program and why you actually want to go to that school. What do you do in your spare time? So don't choose something like, I like watching Netflix and eating. It can be something that you enjoy, like sports or anything of that nature. You can try and tie it back into good qualities of a PA, such as like leadership roles, team player, things like that. You want to let them know that you're well balanced and a diverse individual. Okay, now time for the $1 million question. Why do you want to become a PA? You better have this answer ready. So really think about this question. Don't answer it with a general, I want to help people, I love medicine, I love learning about the body. No, tailor your response specifically to the PA profession. What makes PA unique and why you chose to become a PA. I mentioned how it wasn't a specific life-changing moment like, oh, now I know I want to become a PA. It was a collection of life experiences, figuring out what I liked, what I didn't like, that overall led me to the amazing PA profession. Now tell me, do you have any questions for us? No. Always have questions ready for them. Don't pick something that can be easily found on their website. That just means you didn't do your research. I remember asking them why a potential PA student should choose their program over another and what they believe makes their program so successful. Step 4. Practice. I would highly suggest you guys to do your research on Google of each of the common questions for traditional, behavioral, ethical, etc. and create a little Quizlet out of them and just answer them as they come. While you're doing that, I seriously suggest you guys to record yourself. This will help you realize some of the weird things that you do, the deferring from eye contact, the slouched posture, like I'm doing right now. How many times you say the word how long it takes you to think about the question. It's best to address these issues before your interview. Also, practice with your family 24/7. I made my family members and my boyfriend just kind of quiz me randomly when I'm off guard, because the more you do this, the more comfortable you will feel on interview day. Also, another thing that I believe helped me so much was setting up a mock interview. I was able to do this through my school for free. And honestly, I'm so glad that I did this, because when I got to the interview, it was my first time really interviewing for anything this important. And I noticed that I just felt short of breath. Like, I'm not kidding. My sympathetic nervous system just went into overdrive, into fight or flight, and I just started to panic. I am so glad I got that out of the way before my real interview, because wow, they would not have accepted me at that point. You can easily find someone to do a mock interview online, over Zoom, something like that. I think it's so worth it, and I highly encourage you guys to do that. Okay, step 5, interview day. You should pat yourself on the back for even making it this far, because there are tons of applicants and they wanted to meet you. You already look good on paper, you just need to show them how great you are in person. Just some tips for you guys. I would suggest you guys to drive there ahead of time if possible, because you want to avoid getting lost or being confused the day of your interview. I would get there at least 20 minutes before your interview starts, and I would try to eat breakfast before you put on your interview clothes. When you get there, be sure to greet everyone. Now, what to wear? I know I was concerned about this before going into my interview. Men, you guys should wear a suit, matching jacket and pants, dress shirt, tie, matching socks, and dress shoes. Women, wear a suit, either a skirt down to your knees or pants. I wore dress pants just to be safe. Avoid anything tight, short, or sheer. Wear low heels and avoid open-toed shoes. For those of you who are interested, this is what I wore on my interview day. What to do after your interview. Be sure to send a thank you email, a thank you letter. I sent an email to all my interviewers, so make sure to get their names, and you can probably find their emails on your school's website. I basically told them that I was grateful for the opportunity to speak about why I wanted to become a PA and exactly what I loved about their program most, and that I was eager to looking forward to hearing from them. I sent this 2 days later, and 15 minutes after I clicked that send button, I received my acceptance phone call. So be sure to do that. So guys, these are all the tips I have for your interview process. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something from it. If you want to see more PA related videos like this, be sure to subscribe and go ahead and hit that like button.
Until next time.